Hello friends, in this video I am going to explain different parts of an Arduino Uno board. This Uno board is the most popular board in Arduino family. Some boards may look different than this one, but most of the components are same. Let's check out various parts of this board. The first one is the USB connector. We can power this board by PC USB power using a USB cable like this. This connection is also used to upload programs called sketches in this microcontroller. When we connect USB cable to this connector, this power LED will light up. Of course, we don't have to always connect this board to PC to power it up. This barrel connector can be used to power this board using 7V to 12V DC power adapter. Power adapter must have a 2.1mm center positive plug. This is a voltage regulator IC which converts input voltage to 5V and also stabilizes the DC voltages used by the processor and other elements on this board as well as other devices we connect to this board. You can also provide regulated 5V power supply to this V-in pin of this board, but this power must be perfectly regulated as this pin has no protection inside the board. This is a crystal oscillator. It helps Arduino in calculating time. There is a number printed on top of this crystal, that is 16.000H9H. It means the frequency of this oscillator is 16 MHz. This is a reset switch. It is used to reset your Arduino board, that is start your program from the beginning. There is one more way to reset Arduino board. You can see this pin labeled reset. You can connect an external reset button to this pin. Just connect other end of external button to ground pin. Then we have this set of power pins. This first pin labeled 3.3V supplies output voltage of 3.3 to external devices which run on 3.3V. The next one is 5V pin. This pin supplies output voltage of 5V to external devices which we connect to this board. Then we have these two ground pins. Any one or both pins can be used for ground connection of attached devices. Last pin V-in is used to supply regulated 5V to this board. Beside these power pins, we have these 6 number of analog input pins labeled A0 through A5. These pins can read the signal from an analog sensor like the humidity sensor or temperature sensor and convert it into a digital value that can be read by the microprocessor. This is Arduino's main microcontroller. This is the brain of this board. This main IC on the Arduino is slightly different from board to board. These microcontrollers are usually of the Atmel company. You must know what IC your board has before loading up a new program from the Arduino IDE. This information is available on the top of the IC. For more details about the IC construction and functions, you can always refer to the datasheet of this IC. This is a set of ICSP pins. These are not used during normal usage of Arduino board. This ICSP is a tiny programming header consisting of 6 pins, that is MOSI, MISO, SCK, Reset, VCC and Ground. ICSP pins are used to update the firmware or reinstall a bootloader. We normally use this for advanced programming where we have to work with the bootloader of the Arduino. This is a power LED. When this LED is lit, your board is powered up correctly. If this light does not turn on, then there is something wrong with the power connection. We have this set of 14 digital input-output pins for Arduino. These pins can be configured to work as digital input pins to read logic values 0 or 1, or as digital output pins to drive different modules like LEDs, relays, etc. You can see there is a tilde marking in front of some pins. These pins can be used to generate pulse width modulated signal for various uses such as to control speed of motors, position of servos, etc. Digital pins 0 and 1 are also marked as RX and TX respectively. It means these pins are also used for serial communication. Then we have these two LEDs marked TX and RX. The TX LED flashes with different speed while sending the serial data. The speed of flashing depends on baud rate used by the board. RX flashes during the receiving process. There is an extra ground pin here which can be used along with two ground pins here. Then we have this pin marked AREF. AREF stands for analog reference. It is sometimes used to set an external reference voltage between 0 and 5 volts as the upper limit for these analog input pins. These two pins at the end are SD and SCL pins, which are same as A4 and A5 pins here. These are used for serial communication. SDA is a data line and SCL is a clock line for I2C communication. This is second microcontroller Atmega 16U2. It handles USB to serial communication, and these 6 pins here are ICSP headers used to directly program this small microcontroller. That's it guys, hope you have found this video useful. Please subscribe to my channel and do not forget to click that bell icon to get notifications of new video uploads.